What we do here is go back.
Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast, Talking Up with Cindy and Jerry. Hope you guys are doing well.
How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? And we are coming to the end of Memorial Weekend.
It is the kickstart of summer.
Kickstart of summer, but it is still, I remember people used to say Happy Memorial Weekend.
Yeah.
It's kind of changed because I don't know how it started that way.
Actually, I didn't even see anybody thanking the soldiers on social media. Usually you
I
thank you for
did.
your service. I didn't see too many people.
Not as much, but I think it has changed from, I can never say the word correctly. Remember. Okay. Remembering your fallen family members, friends,
yes.
if the vets out there,
yeah.
The memorial. Mm-hmm. And that's what it really is. And then thanking the opportunity to have that freedom to barbecue and get ready for the summer season.
Families, yes.
Absolutely. So, from our part, thank you. Well, anyway, thank you for your service out there. That's what we wanted to say.
Thank you for your service.
And for those family members that lost some out there in the
feel your pain.
In the field, yeah.
But
we had our luau barbecue this weekend.
Yes,
it went really well.
It went well, aside for a little bit of a rain that cut it short. It cut it early.
It
ended about 2 hours early.
Yes, it did
due to the rain.
Yes.
It was fun. We had one.
Sliders went well with the
Hawaiian sliders with the pineapple chutney.
You actually had to bring some more, our own stash.
Yes. I had a situation with my tres leche cupcakes. I got into trouble. I didn't make enough.
I
was told.
But you know what it is? Yeah.
I was like, well, when I get back from Florida, like, no.
Yeah, do it before that.
You got to do them before you go to Florida.
Well, you know what it is? We talk about our block in our neighborhood, and
it's a pretty cool neighborhood. This week was the start of a lot of things going on here.
98% of our neighbors are great, except for one, and we'll get into it.
Hmm.
But
we did get into it about him before.
Yeah, we have. But it's a potluck. So it's not like our block party. We all chip in, and a lot of stuff is purchased. Ground meat for the burgers, hot dogs, sausage. The main protein is purchased for the block party. This is a potluck.
Yes.
It's like, hey, bring what you want.
Yeah.
And I brought somewhere between 25 to 27 sliders.
No. You made close to 30 sliders because... So this is what happened. This is exactly what happened, people. We went to buy the ground meat. We bought 6 pounds. And I told myself, if you make regular sized burgers, you're only going to get 25 burgers. We already have it down to science.
Yeah, we gauge it pretty well.
Salmon burgers. I said, that's not going to be enough.
And let me tell you, for those, pressing your own burgers are way better than buying them.
You know what's in it.
Yeah, you know what's in it. Now, I understand supermarkets have them pre-pressed and all that stuff, but
or frozen.
We love it.
We press our own.
We got a system. I actually pressed the sliders myself. I did a really good job.
You did pretty good.
And I cleaned everything up. Did you see that? I cleaned everything up. We're going to get into that, but not right now. But go ahead.
Yeah. You better stop snapping those fingers.
I gotta be careful because that's a Bronx girl.
Dios mío.
All right. Go.
Dios mío. So, the burgers went. I think he had about 30 that he took to the cookout. You had 30 because there was another 20 in the refrigerator. Remember, we doubled it. When we went and did sliders, it doubled the amount. So instead of pressing 25 large burgers, you pressed 50 sliders.
Yes.
So
give or take.
Yeah. So he took about 30 out in the beginning and left the other half here for today or to use for the following day. Mm-hmm. They went so fast. I told them we were gonna have to go and get them because they were.
No, you did.
Yeah, they were just going fast.
Like, you want me to get more? I'm like, yeah,
I'll go get them. I don't have a problem. So I came and got them, and then I wasn't even planning on making the cupcakes because I made coconut custard, tembleque, and it was my cousin's birthday, so
shout out, happy birthday.
And her hubby was like, "Hey, why don't you make some tres leche cupcakes?" So I was like, "All right, I'll make them too." They were a hit. I mean, the custard was good; everybody liked it, but the cupcakes, I got in trouble at the fire pit.
Yeah, you did.
I got yelled at. You didn't make enough. I was like, sorry. I guess I gotta make more.
I look at it this way. Something has to be said when they go, hey, you don't have enough burgers. Mm-hmm. And hey, you don't have enough cupcakes.
I know, it felt good.
Right?
But the food,
we didn't make Jerry's burgers.
Delicious.
Again, we made these burgers.
No, they were just plain burgers.
Plain burgers with a smoky Mystique olive oil.
Yeah.
From Sticky Situations. And a coconut pineapple vinaigrette. You blended them together, and I was just kind of
Yeah.
Splash it. And you made a phenomenal pineapple chutney.
Yes.
Somebody was actually putting them on their hot dogs. They were like, it's on the hot dog. She was like, I made this.
But no, I will say there was a lot of unique food, really good food.
Absolutely. The ribs are good. Sausage and peppers were good.
The sausage and peppers were delicious. Somebody
the
made
meatballs are good.
Was it like a Cajun rice and beans? That was delicious.
Yes.
It was there was a lot of really good food.
But it's a potluck. I mean, I look at a potluck is
everybody bring it. There was potluck. There was crock pots everywhere.
If it runs out, it runs out. This is not the main event. But, we had a great time. The rain kind of
cut it short for a little bit because then everybody
sprinkled, and it rained for only we actually packed up pretty quick.
Yes.
Because it only rained for like 15 to 20 minutes. By the time you got home,
the sun was back out.
The sun was back out, and it was like, all right. And everybody said, well, we're going to have a fire in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, one of the people at the party or at the luau said, hey, back at my house for fire pit, which he has a huge, his fire pit is made out of giant boulders. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So we all hung out there for a few hours.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of, it was like the perfect night. You had a little bit of a breeze.
Yes.
The dog playing around the fire pit.
Well, let me rephrase that. It was a breeze, but this has been a weird Memorial weekend. Except for today.
No, not only weekend, here. It's been windy.
It was cold.
Yes.
It wasn't your average Memorial weekend.
No.
Now, I grilled today. Today is Monday.
Actually, everybody was down at the lake. I went down to the lake.
Yeah, you went down to the lake. I grilled. I hung out with a friend of mine passing over and stuff like that. He actually brought some extra ground beef.
You went and did your thing today, and I went and did my own thing today. Yeah. So we did our own thing separately.
We chilled out in the backyard, cigars, grilling.
Yeah.
We hung out. Mm-hmm. We hung out. It was a good time.
But
you always have so we have in our block, like I said, we live in a great neighborhood.
Yeah, it's kind of like a horse.
Our neighbors are fantastic. Yeah. And we have this one person, nobody gets along. I mean, this is the person that, I think I've said it before, yelled at my son because he thought my son did something to his dog or rattled his dog or whatever. He's just...
No one likes him.
It happens. You're going to have one person. Hopefully it's not next to your house. Thank God it's not next to our house, but... We don't invite him to the block parties.
No one likes him on the block. No one can stand this place.
And he actually still complained.
He complained, and there was nothing going... You know what's so funny? He's the only one that's not invited. Because even everyone on that side is invited.
Absolutely.
So he's the one that looks like a dummy.
And he called the cops, and by the time the cops... It rained. We were gone. Yeah.
But, like I had told her, I says, they're not going to say anything because the block party is held within a street that doesn't interfere with traffic at all.
And everybody that's there...
is invited, is part of that event.
Yeah.
So they've already told him before.
We've had this, what is this on?
Well, I told her, I said...
This is our fourth year, right?
Yeah. Well, the first time what happened was we tried to get a permit when we went, and the cop said, you don't need a permit because that street doesn't interfere with traffic.
It's a cross street. It's a very short cross street between the main streets. So
it's just...
You're not, unless you need to get to the house, which everybody's there having... the block party, except for that one person.
Well, technically, if you don't live in that block, there's no reason for you to go in there. It's technically
you can still get from one end to the other end of our neighborhood.
You don't have to go in.
Yeah.
So I told us to let him keep doing it. Eventually, they're going to ticket him for kind of like...
I think so. I don't know.
Falsifying or,
Or just excessive use of 911 calls or whatever. But then I look at it, he's not. He's not calling every month, every day.
No, he's
just
only
happening for those two events.
Yeah, and during the 4th of July.
Yeah,
which he's even called the cops on the lake when they've had fireworks.
Yeah, so
the guy's just all around cuckoo.
Yeah.
But let's get into our topic. We're already 8 minutes in. So, right, our topic is don't snap.
So
somebody snap.
So we talked about the 5 things not to say to women. What store we were at?
We were at BJ's, people. We were there getting stuff for the event. For the block party.
Yes.
For the luau.
Yeah.
And somebody decides to snap at his wife.
In
front of people. And I was like...
No.
Yes, he did. He went, yo, hey. Yes, you did. He was like, hey.
I went like this. And it wasn't toward her.
Yes, it was.
I said, no. Don't forget to get this.
No, that's not what you were like, hey, like don't forget to get... No.
Yeah, a couple of steps. Don't forget to get this. But it wasn't going, hey, hey. So I went, everything, when something dramatic happens, everything slows down. Everything. You see, like, the particle of dust just, that's how it was. I went like this, and I was like, hey. And I looked at her face, And I stopped the fourth probably snap, and I said, "Hey," everything went back to normal. I wasn't snapping at you. I was snapping to.
I gave him the death glare first.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was bad. It was bad.
There was a lady standing there, and she thought she got caught in the crossfire because I looked at him. I was like, "Who you think you're snapping your fingers at?"
And
I'm not the one to snap your fingers at. I'm not that wife. And he was like, "No. I'm sorry." I was like,
everything went back to normal in normal pace because, like I said, everything slowed down when I was like probably on the fourth snap, and I saw her, and I was like, "Yo, hey," and then back to normal. Who are you snapping? I said, "Wait a minute. I saw your face. I'm trying to stop the situation." But she just rolled for it. The lady was like,
"Uh-oh.
Duck and cover! Duck and cover!"
She started laughing because I was like, "You best know who you're talking to." She started dying laughing. I was like, "Because I'm not the one." He goes, "No. That's not what I meant. I was like, I know you're not snapping your fingers at me."
It was, I was like, yeah, we're going to have to talk about this one. Because we just had the conversation of 5 things not to say to a Latin woman. Definitely do not snap.
Don't snap your fingers at me.
It was not in that range. It was, but definitely don't snap at your wife and go, hey.
Whoa.
We're demonstrating here. Relax. We're demonstrating.
Now you're taking it a little too
Come on,
far.
no, we're demonstrating. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why you got a hat that says Bronx girl.
Because it was a birthday gift. I got to use it eventually.
Yeah, you just want to solidify, hey, don't you ever snap your fingers to a Bronx girl. The lady was like, I'm telling you, she was like, get out the way, sir. You know how they announce things on aisle 2? Aisle 2, husband about to die. Aisle 2, man just snapped fingers to a woman.
And we're still walking out of BJ's. He goes, "I really didn't mean that the way you took it. I swear." I was like,
in fact, we on BJ's you have to show the receipt. And I said something, and the guy was like, "Oh, this is what happened." Every man in that store was like depressed.
And all the women walk around.
They were like, and I was looking. I was like, damn. Women were like, it looked like something out of a video. And not that they were clothing shopping, but everybody was like, men.
And he goes, "Did I look like that?" I was like, "No, you did not look
like
that."
No, I did. I was curious. And then, I spoke to,
the guy at the door that checks the
receipts. And he said something. I said, well, I tell you right now, every man here is really set. He goes, "That's all the time. That's all the time." I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to get out of it. I didn't want it to get stuck in this whole cycle and be like this.
You came close to it. I was
like, that happens. I'm going to tell you where that happens. IKEA. I don't like IKEA. She knows. I'm like, oh my God. I'm just, sit me somewhere where I've done it in the past. I've sat in the patio area.
He hates shopping with me.
I've gone to the mall.
I'm not that bad.
I've gone to Home Depot because she loves Home Depot. I've gone to Lowe's because she loves Lowe's. And I'm just there like, okay, when is this going to end? I don't know what I like? Food shopping. Not BJ's. I go to Wegmans. I like food shopping. Actually, I wanted a few guys. There are guys out there.
Watch this. It shows.
Come on. I wanted a few guys out there that go, hey, I'll go grocery shopping with you.
Mm-hmm. I hate him going grocery shopping with me.
Who pays for this stuff?
I don't need you to be there to pay for it.
You know what I'm saying?
You can pay for it and not be there.
All right. So, anyway, we're not going to make it a long topic. Memorial Weekend was great.
Well, no, not the whole weekend. 2 days out of the whole thing.
2 days.
And I'm still.
Actually, we went up to Tin Barn. Let me say, we went up.
Yeah, that too. They didn't even have the stuff, man.
We went to Tin Barn Brewery, and it was interesting because I drove up there. I knew they had certain beers that she likes on tap, and I'm starting to dig the slushy beer. And she goes, first of all, the guy goes, "Oh, we don't have the cans." I said, "Right, we're just gonna have a goblet, whatever you call those things." He's like, "I thought we were just gonna go." I'm like,
I thought we were just gonna grab and go.
Let's just have one beer.
Never,
ever, yeah. And it is true. I go up there enough. They're having their 5th-year anniversary. The guy goes, "Hey, what's going on?" And I think even my buddy said, Jerry goes there. Everyone just
they all recognize. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? I'm like,
but he even said it. The weather was just gonna suck for that day because you can't even.
They're packed today, though.
What?
They're packed today.
Absolutely. It was a beautiful day today.
Packed today.
Yeah. It's going to be packed next week with the 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
But, yeah, hopefully they do get the slushy beers in cans because I will go there and spend bucks just to cover for the summer of August, even September.
Yeah, I shared my Hawaiian Punch beer. Yeah, he picked up some. It tasted like Hawaiian punch.
It wasn't
a sour beer.
It was a sour. It wasn't like the slushy.
No, it was like a beer, but it was a sour beer.
I tell you, sat at that table and people were talking about it. The table next to us, that carrot cake beer is really, really good. And I was like, yeah, it's a woman owns the Tin Barn Brewery.
Oh yeah, because they've gone up there.
I guess they've gone up there and they were like, yeah, they need to really get this back on the cans. Mm-hmm. They don't do growlers, which I understand. Some places don't want to do the growlers. Yep. But
I like going to Tin Barn. They're pretty cool.
It's got a lot of music. That's what it is every weekend.
Actually, not even the music. I just like the food and the ambiance. It's pretty cool. It's a chill vibe there.
It's a chill vibe there. Absolutely.
And they always have music, which makes it even better.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to take us out of here. So he's going to take us out of here. Don't snap.
Like he said, we're down to 1 episode a week. We are getting really busy. We still haven't even finished setting up the yard. I haven't even finished cleaning
It's been raining. If anybody's been in Northeast, you know why. It's been raining.
Guys, happy Memorial Weekend.
Yes.
Stay chill. Don't do any crazy stuff with the warm weather. Yeah. Live life to the fullest because you never know when your number is up.
Absolutely.
So stay chill, people.
All right. Take care, everybody. Later.
Bye.